Hello, Mark here, General Manager at the Mahoning Drive-In Theater in Lehighton, Pennsylvania, telling you what is coming this week to the Mahoning Drive-In Theater in a little segment we like to call This Week at the Mahoning Drive-In Theater. On Thursday, our Thursday Thread Up series continues with 1980s Flash Gordon. Sing along if you know the words. Flash! Ah! This is a film that I almost saw at the drive-in back in 1980 when I was a kid. For that thrilling and ridiculous and pointless story, please refer to episode 7 of the Mahoning Drive-In Radio podcast. This is going to be a 35mm presentation of the unbelievably, wonderfully campy, action-packed sci-fi extravaganza starring Sam Jones as Flash. Along with a wonderful cast. Dino De Laurentiis produced. It is a visual feast. It is ridiculous. It has a score by Queen that just drives that movie right home. Max von Sydow as Ming the Merciless. Melody Anderson as Dale Arden. Topol as Zarkov. You've got Brian Blessed in a performance of a lifetime. You have Timothy Dalton as Dashing Prince. It has everything you want and more. That is one night only, one screening, 35mm Flash. This Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, we have the all new to us, and if it does well enough, it'll keep coming back, Hitchcock Till You Drop weekend, Friday and Saturday. We are closed Sunday due to the Easter holiday. On Friday night, this is all 35mm Alfred Hitchcock uber classics. It's all killer, no filler on this one, folks. If this does well, we'll bring it back, and maybe we'll throw in a Topaz. Maybe we'll throw in a Torn Curtain. Maybe we'll throw in Strangers on a Train. But for now, Friday is The Birds. Have you seen The Birds? Are you afraid of birds? If you are, you should or should not see The Birds. I'm going to say classic in front of all these. Let's just take it as read. It's a Hitchcock movie. It's pretty much going to be a great classic. The Birds, in which people in a lovely Bay Area of California discover that the birds have a beef with humanity. This is a great film to watch at the Mahoning because, as you may or may not know, there are very large crows that live behind our screen. Maybe they'll make a guest appearance that night. The Birds, followed by Jimmy Stewart in Rear Window. The Birds is Rod Taylor and Tippi Hedren, need I say more, and as well as Suzanne Plachette and many other recognizable faces in color. Followed by Rear Window with Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly, which is Jimmy Stewart. He's laid up in an apartment building. He's a photographer. He's using his zoom lens to spy on his neighbors, and he sees something he wishes he hadn't seen, and he sees something that most certainly the perpetrator of which wishes he hadn't seen, and it becomes a very tense thriller, and it's a great classic, and what better way to see it on a big screen where you can really look into all these apartments. Features I like to point out, Ross Bagdasarian as the piano player. Ross Bagdasarian, better known as David Seville, who created the Chipmunks. That's Friday night. Saturday night. Oh, and we'll be joined by our friends at Movie John, slinging zines and cool merch and film-related merch. If you don't know Movie John, you really should look them up, but please visit their table. They're really great folks, and they love old movies like we love old movies. On Saturday night, you thought I'd never mention it. On Saturday night, one of personally my favorite films, Psycho from 1960. I hate to have to say the original Psycho, but Psycho from 1960, starring Janet Leigh and Anthony Perkins. And wow, is this movie great. It still fires on all cylinders, and it's a movie I never get sick of. The dialogue is like poetry, and written by Joseph Stefano, based on the book by Robert Bloch. It is an uber classic. If you've never seen Psycho, if somehow you have managed to avoid all of the cultural spoilers for Psycho, please find me before the screening at the show, and then find me again after the screening, because I want to talk to you about how it worked for you. Psycho on the big screen, followed by, that's in black and white, followed by Vertigo. Vertigo. It's not the DC Comics line from the late 80s and 90s. This is the film that stars, again, Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak. Jimmy Stewart stars as a man, a detective, former police officer, who is obsessed with this woman in the form of Kim Novak, and it is a dark, bizarre, romantic thriller, love story, murder mystery. It's really good. It's Vertigo. So tickets for all of those will be available at the gate as well as on our website, mahoningdit.com. And you know what we do at the Mahoning. We have retro vintage trailers and short films before the films. We have vintage intermission reels between the films, all on 35mm. We have cool raffles. We have cool snack bar specials. We have a new wall. If you haven't seen it, Donnie has been curating a new wall of VHS, sealed VHS. Those things were going like, I'd say they were going like hotcakes, but they were going like sealed VHS. They were going like sealed VHS in an environment in which people really enjoy sealed VHS. Anyway, please join us this weekend at the Mahoning Drive-In Theater. Gates open at 6 p.m., showtime at sundown. All the information is on our socials online, but like I said, mahoningdit.com, and we hope to see you at the drive-in.